back to the GSTL where we have MMA as one of the last hopes for the Slayers team playing against Life. Man, he looks bored. He's like, well, what should I do with my lair timing this game?
Can I squeeze it out a little bit faster? Is that actually possible?
Yeah, he may be able to do just that.
Jokes aside.
Yeah, the map is going to be Antigua.
Yeah, the map is going to be Antigua, and we have with MMA one of the strongest players in the Slayer lineup. Although he did not do all too well in the up and downs. Let's not forget that MMA had a huge problem. They didn't win a single map and therefore was not able to claim a Code S spot. He was up against a ton of good players. Now he's up against Life. And Wolf, I can promise you one thing. If Life is taking out MMA right now, Slayer's team is going to panic.
I would. I think so, man. And I think if they take out MMA, I think he's going to take them all out. I think if you know, it's like Life doesn't have that much experience in the GSL, but beating MMA will give him a lot of experience points. Maybe he's going to jump up 3 levels from there, and from there, no one can stop this guy. I wonder what his build is going to be. He may actually go for another Mutalisk Rush. He may actually decide to just play a straight-up macro game against MMA, one of the best players in the world, undisputably. This is just going to be so intense to see, so sick.
It is completely different from yesterday for Life now. Yesterday he was up against good players, but now he is up against a former champion. And wow, his heart must be pounding right now. He was nervous yesterday, and I know I would be a lot more nervous now.
Absolutely. Let's find out if MMA can take him out here on Antigua Shipyard at the GSTL 2012 Season 2 with Caldor and Wolf.
And it is on. Things are starting to get serious as we have now the player in the yellow to the top of the map. It is none other than Slayer's very own
Slayers MMA.
There he is, an MMA. He knows fully well that his team is relying on him now. His team is relying on him here. So far, Life had a pretty decent run, taking down 5 players yesterday. Today he's on a 7-player kill streak, which is actually pretty insane.
That is insane.
Isn't that a GSTL record? It could be.
It could be, actually. That's a really good point. Well, here he is, our Zerg player at the bottom. His name is
ZeNEX Liper.
He's going to go hatch first against MMA on Antigua. He's going to do that, man.
He did it against Crank as well, just not at his natural.
Yeah.
I like it when Zerg pulls something like this. This is why I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Style of player that we unfortunately won't see today because he is not at the studio. He's not part of the roster.
I hope that he can come back soon.
It's actually not a medical thing, it's just that he wants to... I think they talked to the coaches and Salah just mentioned that he apparently wants to lose weight, he wants to be a little bit thinner. I don't know if that's really necessary. The last few times that I've seen him, it was fine. Like, yeah, I was really surprised when Salah told me, but it seems to be an issue for him, so he probably just talked to the team and was like, hey guys, do you need me today, or is it okay if I just pass on this one? And with all the players that they have sitting on the bench, it's not like they...
Yeah, exactly.
They're not running out of players here.
Definitely not. They have quite the depth in their lineup. Something that ZeNEX may have, we just have not seen this. Double gas will be dropped here by MMA after his command center very quick, and before even his second depot, he's going the double gas. So that will allow him to get his factory up very quickly. We're very likely going to see with that fast double gas, the Banshee follow up with the Reactor Hellions rather than skipping the Banshees. This is very popular on this map. It's a good way to punish Zergs in some ways because obviously recently the Hellions have not been quite as effective.
Yeah. The Queen change has made sure that now Zerg is able to defend a little bit easier against Hellions, can spread their creep a lot easier. And, well, we were laughing about it earlier. So far, the strategy for ZeNEX kind of went exactly as expected, and If they're going to win again with another all kill today, then I think that what's going to happen in every single time is they send out Avenge and tell him, okay, please lose. You're not supposed to win right now. It's supposed to happen like you lose the first match and then we send Life out.
Yeah.
That's probably how it's going to happen from today on. Nah, I think
we'll see, man.
That would be pretty mean for Avenge. No. Avenge was just a little bit unlucky, I guess. But to him, it has to eat at him that he lost both matches, both opening matches, both times against Zerg. And, well, that's definitely not good for his self-esteem.
Obviously not, no.
Life, on the other hand, he has so much of it right now, he can give him a little bit.
He could probably just share.
Yeah, he can share. 8 Zerglings.
Yeah. 8 Zerglings, in fact, and he is mining with his gas with 2, I believe.
Oh, he's getting a lot more. He's doing the push with Zerglings early on against Terran. He wants to put on aggression. One of the players that we've seen do this in Korea was Lenok. He's really fond of the style.
This has become a lot more popular. We're going to see that Banshee follow-up as well here. The starport going down. He's going to drop a tech lab with that barracks as well, but he is going to have to deal with this push. I think he'll be okay with the bunker in position. He's got a wall off there, and he also has the first 2 Hellions about to come out. He's going to have to move these SCVs away for a little bit, but in general, I don't think he's going to lose too much here.
He shouldn't. He has everything in position.
Oh, but he's trying to bait these Marines out, and he may actually get them. Nah.
He's trying to get them. He's getting a lot more SCVs.
Oh,
so
he's going to get in the main. He gets in, and oh no, this is so bad for MMA. He has not much to deal with this.
Oh,
nice micro by MMA, pulling the Hellions back. He will clean these Zerglings up, but he's losing a lot more Harvesters than I thought he would.
Yes, indeed he is, and it was so crucial for him to lift those depots. That's what he was relying on. But the bunker, it did not die, and Life is just focusing on additional Harvester kills. He already takes down another one. In total, he kills 6, and resources lost in favor of MMA here.
Look at this lair timing. He's getting a 3rd gas. He's hitting his lair at about 7 minutes with a 3rd base going up here, adding a ton of gases. I think it's possible we see Beetle's play again very early on.
And this did not go well for Life, even though he was able to sneak in the base and killed a few of these Harvesters. The thing is that MMA reacted very well, pulled the Hellions into the mineral line and blocked with the SCVs without attacking, so suddenly he could take them out. And oh, we have a double armory for MMA.
Yeah, double armory is something that we've seen a few players do. The only player who consistently seems to do it is Maru Prime. And this does indicate we're going to see mech play out of him. He's also stopped production at his barracks. He's not going to be making any additional Marines. He'll probably go up to 3 factories fairly soon. He's even going to hide his Banshees for a little while. This is kind of cool. We'll go in with 2.
I like it. The problem for him, though, is that we already have 3 Queens and he's getting a 4th. So with all these Queens and with the decent creep spread between the natural and the 3rd, he should be able to defend against Banshee play.
Yeah, he definitely will.
He will have extra energy on the Queens. He will be able to use it for Transfuse. And I would be surprised if he would take too many hits from these Banshees.
I don't think he's gonna. He's probably gonna lose maybe 6 drones in total. It will begin now. He's getting 2. He's gonna have to come back later with this Banshee. He does have the 2nd one to use. We do see a 3rd command center going down. No usage out of that 2nd armory just yet. No plating going down. There's the Spire. He's getting 1/1 upgrades with the Baneling Nest on the way. He's gonna come in here and in fact scout the double armory. Oh, he actually queued it up incorrectly. They're both queued up on 1 armory, so he's actually losing a lot here, and he's not aware of that.
Oh, that's definitely a problem for him. And what's also a problem is he needs to get the first Thors out. If he's still fine. It's not like it matters at this point, but if he is not ready by the time the Mutalisks are in play, he's going to have a huge problem without the Marines.
He may have a huge problem dealing with these Hellions, according to Life, of course, now. The Banshees may go down, though. He actually loses 1 Banshee, but there are no more Zerglings. He's going to rely only on these Queens. He needs to transfuse one of them.
Oh, he's trying to block with the drones. You're losing a few, trying to retreat with the rest of them. We still have 3 Queens, 2 Queens, as one of them dies, and all these Hellions are getting out here alive.
Yeah, he gets away with all of them.
Nice.
That is huge.
How many drones died? 7.
Only
he lost
7, yeah.
7, and the count now 51 to 47 in favor of Life.
He's building up that Roach infrastructure to deal with the mech play. He's got Roach speed on the way. He does not have +1 weapons for the Roaches. He does have that for the Zerglings, however.
And MMA realized his mistake and started to build the 2nd upgrade and 2nd armory. Blue Flame is coming up now, and the first 6 Mutalisks are on their way while we currently don't have a Thor.
Yeah, he's making 2, but they're not there yet.
They're not there yet, and if he rallies them straight towards his opponent's main base, he will definitely get a few SCVs kills in there before the anti-air will be out. 3 Marines, that's all he's got. 3 Marines and 1 Viking.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough to deal with because even though he's going to have 2 Thors right around the time the mutas get there, it's not going to be they're not going to be at the natural. So he's going to have to move them out. He's going to try to use the Marines. Oh, he's going to lose a Banshee here, but this does delay the Mutalisk slightly.
The Thors are... Oh, they will be
if they're
just
gonna be out,
in time.
Yeah, if they're going to be out in the main, he may actually lose some of these mutas. Let's see how good his control is. He's taking out these SCVs right away, and the first Thor does pop out. Only hitting 1 muta. He will take out 1 muta, but he's losing a lot of SCVs in the process.
Oh, yes, he does. He killed 17 in total. We had the 6 earlier, now another 11. This timing was perfect for life. He did not only take down the Banshee, but also another 11 workers, so very well done. His muta timing, once again, spot on.
And he knows exactly what his opponent is doing for sure now. He's seen the 3 factories. He's getting Baneling speed right now with these additional Banelings coming out. He may actually just try to kill SCVs at the natural, and if the units are out of position trying to defend that, he may go into the main with the mutas. He's overextending just a little bit with these, but he's not really committed to Mutalisk production. He's just using them as a threat, scaring his opponent into making more Thors right now, but Siege Mode's on the way. He's switching into Siege Tank production. This is going to be the scariest attack. Can he stop this one?
There are not a lot of them. There are not a lot of Thors, and he's focusing down the first one right away. He's trying to take it out. Focusing it. The Thor dies. The Banelings move in.
Speed is not done, and he's not able to really close the distance just yet.
Is he able to get into the Hellions? He's actually not, but he tries to take down another Thor. The SCVs immediately rallied in order to repair it, and they're just in time to do so.
He needed the Banelings to stop that, and he did not have them.
But
they
the
were not done.
second Thor is dying thanks to the Mutalisk in the magic box. A Thor is still in the game, and we have one siege tank being repaired. ZeNEX live though at 130 supply against 80 for Slayer's MMA.
He is actually just taking out too many SCVs now. The third base is mining uncontested right now. He's trying to target this Thor down, and that obviously is not going to work. He needs to attack the third base, I feel.
He doesn't know about it.
He doesn't know about it at all, and this is becoming a problem for him because he's starting to lose roaches really cost inefficiently here. He's taking out some more SCVs though. The worker count, however, only 55 to 51 because of that third command center, and because he's not been able to produce SCVs with this attack.
He takes down the tank now and tries to focus on a few more SCVs. He still has 3 roaches, and therefore he can one-shot an SCV. But this is looking not too bad for life. Nonetheless, he's still at 123 supply.
He has this huge group of roaches that he stopped rallying in.
And
now he spots the third. This is the most important part because now he can take out the majority of the SCVs here. This one Thor is out of position. It will fall most likely. He's targeting it down. These roaches do not have +1 just yet, whereas the Thor is at 1-1. In fact, 2-1.
The siege tank dies as well. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Life is on a tear. He's moving in again. One siege tank on the high ground, another one on the low ground. Dies though. He is losing so much resources. Lost 9,300 for both
and look
of
at
them.
this. The Zerglings, they come in. There's not much answer for these. They're going for the siege tank at the top of the ramp. They're tearing through the SCVs at the natural, and he has rallied more roaches and Mutalisks across the map, starting to add a few more mutas into the mix as his opponent switches fully into siege tanks.
He's
killed all the SCVs at the third.
Yes, it is down to 28 against 52. Oh my god, live! Colin Butter, this guy's on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. The last Banshee is moving in, but there are already Mutalisks as a follow-up, and they take the Banshee down. Those tech switches is something that MMA so far has not been able to get a handle on.
No, he cannot get a handle on it. No way. He's going to lose his tanks to the Mutalisks attacking him on the high ground. He does pull away from the missile turret. The SCV is coming out now to fight. He will repair this tank, but I mean, he's losing more and more resources here. He's dropped more mules in his third. In the meantime, we do see a fourth hatchery has been taken at the center for life. He takes out another siege tank though, and there's no more answer for these Mutalisks.
What are they feeding this guy? Seriously, that can't be only kimchi.
No, it cannot, man. No way.
Unbelievable. Another
He's taken out
Banshee.
He just has not stopped the attack. He will not quit. The last Mutalisk actually being taken out by Thors and turrets here, but he just has too much. Now he's actually just going to sit back and macro for a minute.
He is doubling his opponent's supply. He's moving in. He's taking down the mules. He's taking down all of them. They're nearly done, so it does... Well, it's still a blow, but it's not a huge one. But in total, can MMA recover here?
I don't think so. Not with half the harvesters of his opponent. The third base has been lifted. What can he do here? His opponent is just rallying more and more units across the map. He will not stop the attack until MMA is dead. He's got this small group of Mews. He's trying to find openings with them, and even though they're mostly just I think they're just going to die to this missile turret, it doesn't matter because he's taking out more and more SCVs, and even if he loses these Mews, it's not going to be a game changer.
And he's already trying to prepare for the next attack. He rallies units in once again, moving in. Vision on the high ground, granted, and he takes down the siege tanks.
Oh, the Baneley's getting the SCVs for repair.
Wow.
And this is going to be it for MMA. The Overseer does fall. He's targeting down the Thor.
But the Thor is going to survive.
He's
going to survive.
Here's the problem. The only problem that his opponent faces right now is that the Thor is at 2-2 upgrades, whereas the Roaches just have +1 armor, so he doesn't have the attack upgrade, so he will never be able to tear through the +2 plating with SCVs repairing without more Baneleys coming in, without a huge Roach count. So he's actually going to wait a little bit here, I think, to get these Roaches out, but he has to deal with this Banshee somehow. He's making 1 Muta, 2 Muta, 3.
And he should try maybe to just get his upgrades up as well, maybe a few more drones. As long as he stops the third, he's fine.
Well, he's not gonna wait any longer. Sending these Banelings into the natural, and he takes out a ton of SCVs.
That was important, but the Thor is something that he will not be able to kill like this.
Yeah,
not
this
with
Thor
only
has
a
16
small
kills.
Roach count. 16 kills. 28 Harvesters to 62. Now Life is doing exactly what I just pointed out. He's starting to build additional drones as well. And what we could see with how he played this, his mechanics are insane. They are awesome. This guy doesn't miss injects.
No,
he always has lava.
Look at how he's going to tear through these siege tanks, getting a few Hellions as well. Kills all the SCVs at the third, will force a lift yet again. And even though the Banshee is here with no answer for it, he's just done so much damage with the units on the ground. Banshee can't kill them fast enough. He's got that center base held. He's adding drones, like you said. Getting Burrow right now, and I think the only thing he's missing right now is his upgrades.
Yeah, he can start with a few additional upgrades. It depends on what kind of unit composition he wants to go for in the late game. He could actually just focus on the Mutalisks right now, get an armor upgrade, get a second one, and try to overwhelm his opponent with a huge count in Mutalisks. There are only 1 or 2 Thors. If he's going to magic box them, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to try to do, but with this many SCVs, it's going to be hard. He's actually targeting the SCVs, though, smartly, knowing that that's really all he's going to be able to get here. He's taking out so many SCVs,
and it is so smart how he micros his Mutalisks. He knows as soon as he spreads them out, the Thor will only be able to attack 1. He will be able to take down every single SCV.
Look at
this
how,
is so smart, because he can't kill the Thor with this with only 4 or 5
he knows he can't kill him. He's just going to kill SCVs. He's abusing the mobility so well here. He comes back in again. He will kill more and more SCVs. But, you know, the supply difference, it's basically constantly been twice the supply for our Zerg player at MMA. He's doing everything he can. He's continuing to get his upgrades out. He's using his mules effectively. He's taking out these mules with the best defense he can muster. But it's just a matter of eventually all the mining, the additional mining that our Zerg player is getting here is going to add up to be too much.
160 supply against 80. MMA is desperately trying to stabilize here once again to take his third. And he always does for just a few seconds, and then the next attack of ZeNEX Live hits. But he's getting into a better position. He has more siege tanks right now. He's using them on the high ground, and Live has to be careful that he does not overcommit.
Yeah, well, with these Mutas, though, he has committed a lot to them, and he will actually tear through the siege tanks on the high ground. The Thors are falling, and with no Thors, the Mutas will be able to clean up everything else. GG! Live!
MMA dies to Live, and Live now on an 8-player kill streak with a 3-1 for ZeNEX.
Oh man, Life!
Wolf, what is happening here?
Life is happening, man. He's evolving. He is developing. He is changing. He is unstoppable right now. That puts him on an 8-game winning streak.
My power meter shows 9,000. That can't be.
It cannot be, man. I'm like, no, it's not 9,000. It's actually 12,000.
It has to be broken, Wolf. It has to be broken.
What does Slayers do now? Look at that shot. That shot right there just sums everything up for Slayers right now. He's like, no, I'm sorry, actually, I don't drink water. That's not what I need. He's like, I need my next opponent. I want to drink his blood. That's what actually I would like to see.
Someone gave him a bottle of skill.
He's like, yeah, Lion, yeah, you may be the only player in Code S. He's like, but obviously I'm much more popular than you now. I won't drink water after you anymore. This has been quite a day so far.
Oh yeah, that's something. Well, We all wanted to know after yesterday, is Life able to do it again? And guess what? So far, he is doing pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, I guess
think?
he's all right.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
Not a fluke yesterday, that's
No,
for sure.
definitely not. And, well, I guess that Slayers now is panicking a little bit. They are like, okay, what can we actually do?
I bet Team Liquid's feeling pretty good right now, too. They're like, you see? You see?
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, most people probably expected Life to come out today and do decently. I don't think anyone expected this. I did not. But now I know what I expect for them next time they play.
I'm a little bit speechless here. Life is playing so well, and he is just completely on a roll here. The guy's on fire. And what is Slayers going to do? Who's going to be the next player? We have the map. It's going to be Daybreak. And here's the Slayer bench. Who is it gonna be?
Puzzle! He's coming out! They're bringing out the ace. Puzzle being the best player in Team League for Slayers so far.
And that's exactly what ZeNEX said yesterday.
That's what they said they're afraid of, is this guy. Can he stop Life's reign here? That's the question.
I'm so eager to see the next game. And even if they are winning, there are still a lot of players in the lineup of ZeNEX. We have their Code S player. We still have Line.
Yeah, we have him, as well as Harrier, a new Code A player. We have Pet. Not to mention, of course, ZeNEX Stream, who has shown a ton of great play in the past. See what Puzzle can do here.
I would like to have there's this awesome Australian song by the Feelers. It's called Larger Than Life. I think that should be his anthem. That should definitely be his anthem.
Oh man, I am actually
I'm speechless.
I'm a little bit speechless myself. But Puzzle is coming out here. He's got a smile on his face too. I think he's got something planned. You know, we saw Crank look like he had something planned too, but he just didn't have the opportunity to show it. It was not able to go to fruition.
Puzzle is not looking nervous at all, but he knows there is a lot on the line here.
Yeah,
if he loses, then it's going to be so... Even if they take down Life after Puzzle loses, even if that would be happening, but then they would kind of have to relate to the last player. The last man standing for Slayers would then be in the game, and this team or this clan war Slayers must be like really destroyed right now. They need some win. They need someone to give them a little bit of confidence here.
Yep, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. This is the most important match, I feel, because if Puzzle goes down, then it's basically impossible for Slayers to recover. If he wins, though, it brings a new hope to Slayers. It puts ZeNEX off of their high horse. It takes Life away from his high that he's on right now. And this would just be for the Slayers team, for their morale, and for Puzzle as well. It would be great for him. This match may be, in fact, the deciding match as to whether or not we're going to have a turning point here at the GSTL. I am Wolf. With me is Caldor. Let's jump into Daybreak.